Welcome back. I know it hasn't been a long time. I was intending it to be a long time, but we're back to more Breath of the Wild. There's a region I have just kind of skirted around. I'm gonna get to it now. As I said, grasslands, desert, ocean, jungle. Now we got jungle. We're gonna go into some pretty big forests. We got Faroche flying up again. I got a phone call that I am not taking. Ugh. Oh, there's already a shrine. Quite a few shrines are fairly easy to find. I think you can see it. Oh no, I think that's just a fire pit, fireplace, or campfire. That's what it is. Yeah. I know there's some different games I play that have like, fire pits, campfires. Minecraft actually has campfires now. I don't really see the point in them. I guess you can throw stuff in them and burn them. I don't think the fire hurts you if you jump into it either. Granted, I don't know a whole lot about it, and I haven't really looked into it. It's just something from like the past 2 or 3 years of the game, and I had been kind of out of it for those years, so I haven't really looked into it. Just been kind of messing around. For example, I found out that you can make blocks out of burned up kelp. You can make kelp blocks out of burnt up kelp. I just, randomly, I found out, oh hey, you can put this stuff in the fire, the furnace, and make a block out of it. It's pretty cool. Dried kelp. So we got a, was this a minor test? Yeah. Makes sense. I mean, it is on the path, so it can't be too hard. Seems like the southern reaches of the world is where the easier stuff is, and the northern reaches are the more dangerous parts. There is a part of the northern stretch of the world that I have not gone to. Oh yeah, this is definitely a minor test. If this was a major test, that attack would have like taken like 9 hearts or so. I thought that my Master Sword would have been powered up in this battle, but I guess that's only against the big guardians. That's what happens, when Ganon's evil is truly among us. But I guess that's just not the case here. It's, and by the way, you might have noticed that this is going to be a 3 shrine video. Oh, hang on. I see that metal ball. There are a couple of these in the game. That's Korok. Nice. Fairly easy one. You just gotta notice the metal ball there. Hardy Radish is also very nice. Yeah, there's quite a few shrines that are just kind of laying around. So I'm gonna get to them. Although there is one that has a little more to it, quite a bit more to it. I did mention Faroche. And I do have, I shot it, not just now, but some time ago. I think when I was first going through, through Lake Hylia, like around it, over it. I forget what part that was. maybe part 30 or so. 30, 31. I think the thumbnail is showing the lake. Maybe the dragon too. Ah, the morning is here, and the rain is in the way. The jungles are a very rainy area. Or, yeah, areas, you know. Various kinds of jungles. Or forests. This one is... Well, this one is its own kind of thing. Kind of a grotto. Some statues, pretty big statues here. And it is going to culminate in a shrine. That's why there's all this stuff here. Kind of carved out. A little canyon here. A babbling brook. So, I just realized I'm gonna tell you a story about something that happened regarding this channel, in a sense, but I'll get to that in a minute. Ah! Stupid thing. I don't want to waste an arrow on this annoyance. But I don't have my powered up. I don't have the bombs powered up. I need some, like, parts of the things that are bad, the guardian parts, but I don't know how to get those particular ones. They're like, not screws, but the long parts. I don't know. Uh-oh. Oh, that's a lot of shock arrows. Oh, no. I can't take on any of these. I gotta run through. It might be possible to, like, sneak on the back end, but here I am, risking myself. Oh, and there's a moblin, too. Oh, I can't do things while this thing's running around trying to whack me. Get out of here. Oh. Oh, dear. Oh, come on, Link. What are you doing? Don't stop climbing on things. Ugh. Okay. Well, here's this. This is one of 3 springs. You have to offer a scale to them for guidance. 3 guesses what that guidance is. Ah! Oh boy, that's what I was worried about. You know what? I'm gonna freeze you and Master Sword your face off. Aha. I'll take all your loot too. Probably should be fairly valuable. Oh boy. Yeah, just pick up the scale, drop it in, or hold it, drop it in. And thus, the shrine is opened up. This is kind of the simplest one of these. Well, I guess they're all kind of dangerous to reach. Plenty of enemies on the way up, on the way to the shrine. But they're worth it. You know, you just get a nice blessing shrine. I'd say this is a pretty good weapon, so goodbye Claymore. I'm not really fond of two-handed weapons. And that one served me fairly well, but now it's time to get to a nice spear. And, oh, what do I replace it? Yeah, I'll go with the flame spear. I used it a couple times already. Now, story time. I'm actually gonna be here a while. As you know, this is, I'm recording my voice after the game. So I know what's happening here. Trying to get on top of this. And hey, there's a kind of a tree. Big roots. I think I'll try to try to climb it. Here I am reacting as if I would have reacted. So the story I want to tell is about my attempt to have Banjo-Kazooie nuts and bolts working. Maybe I'll get to that some other time, maybe next year. Maybe in like 2-1 instead of 8-1, you know? In February. I have to get used to saying February. Because that's apparently the way people say it. Korok. So the thing about that was that story is that I looked up where to find a GameStop because I figure, hey, I can get an old console at a GameStop. And sure enough, I order it at the nearest GameStop, although it was like 5 miles away. And I order it, and it's like, okay, it's here, like an hour after I order it. So the day after, I go ahead and get it. I got the Xbox 360 that's refurbished. It's even an Xbox 360S, so it wasn't so big. I got Banjo-Kazooie nuts and bolts, and I just came home with that stuff. Well, I also got a game for my Xbox One, just a $10 game. But then it turns out, as you might have seen in the video, it just did not work. I think it's something with the battery, what's it called? You know, the part, like the battery box, you know, where the electricity flows through to the system. I don't know why, but it just stopped working and had a red light instead of a green light. And that happened twice, so I had to return it. But I did get another Xbox One game while I was at it. Another $10 game. It's pretty good. By the way, I had to change to a weapon that doesn't conduct electricity because I don't want to get electrocuted. Oh, and I don't want to get electrocuted by that Wizrobe either. Let me think. Yeah, so that's all these spots. These, of this kind of area have their own names. Funny enough. So the games I got were Dead Rising 3. Oh, what you got? Oh, just information. Oh yeah, you sure are a cartographer. Just running along. So I got Dead Rising 3, similar to the other games in the series, but like there can be a lot of zombies in one space. You gotta really you put weapons together, just blow them up or something. Sounds pretty fun. It's not in a rush like in the other games in that series. So that's pretty interesting. And I also got Final Fantasy 15. Not as brutal of a game. It's a Japanese, one of those kind of new genres. It seems like the Japanese games tend to be more I guess like Kingdom Hearts, come to think of it. Where, you know, you have like two different characters, they're running around the enemy, trying to hit them and use spells and stuff. You know, an action RPG, you could say. So the Final Fantasy series is like that. And if you're with Nintendo consoles, a similar series would be, I guess, the Xenoblade Chronicles series. Like, spelled Xenoblade, Xenoblade. I don't think I'm gonna get those games, but I figure, hey, you know, Final Fantasy 15 for like $10, pretty good. Luckily, the rain ended, so I could set some things on fire. Prime steak, pretty good. One of the best healing items I could whip together, you know, without using cooking pots. Steak is kind of an interesting thing in this game, because its purpose is simply as a solid, like okay, it's not that bad as a food, like kind of thing. Alright. Better turn off my phone. Finally got to another shrine. Had to hike a while, but we are in this new region here. Unfamiliar territory in the jungle. But even here, let me get some cooked bananas here. Yeah, they're not as good as, oh boy, caught on fire. Yeah, even here there's a stable. Mighty bananas are actually kind of fairly common. A certain enemy even leaves them around. I think you might see them eventually. But, you know, they're pretty good if you want to get more powerful. So there's that. Shai Uto Shrine. Halt the Tilt. So now we got another puzzle shrine. We got all the different kinds of shrines in this episode. It's a fairly long episode of the series. Even with upgraded stasis, I have to wait. I think maybe I can, oh, that's not worth it. Yeah, this is definitely meant to be like an early game area. Like when you're starting out. Which is strange, because there's a lot of rain and a lot of thunder and all that. But it is on the path to Lurelin Village, so... or Lurelin, so that's something. Alright, 2 more seesaws to go. So what I was trying to do here is to make it swing up, because there's a chest. I just don't know how I would. I think there's something with these, like, I don't know, because at the end of this one, there's a platform there. You see, there's well, I didn't show it. There's a chest across there.